Hey guys, I made these light up Stranger Things centerpieces for a birthday party. Let me show you guys how I did it. It's super simple. Alright, so to find the images, I went to Pinterest and I just typed in Stranger Things clip art, and I was looking for something that was cute and not too scary because it was for a kid's party. So I found these Funko Pop drawings and I thought they were the cutest. So I ended up downloading all the images of all the kids so I can use those as the main image of the centerpieces. After I finished downloading the images, I went to Cricut Design Space and I clicked on New Project, and I'm going to do a blank canvas. After that loads, I'm going to go ahead and upload those images. So you want to click on Upload, and that's going to take you to the hub where you can upload your images. So select Upload Image, and you're going to browse on your computer and select your recent downloads. So I'm going to continue. This has a background on it, as you can see, and I'm going to remove the background with Cricut Access. You're able to remove the background with it. It is a monthly fee. I think it's about $10 a month for Cricut Access, but you can sign up for a free trial, or you can just go to Canva and you can remove that background there. After uploading my first image, I went ahead and added all the other images on there. We're going to resize them. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on one of the images, and there's going to be a notification on the side. This is too large for print and cut, so I'm going to go ahead and auto resize. I wanted these images to be the largest size that we could do print and cut with on Cricut. So I'm going to go through and do this for every single last one of those images. After they're all resized, you want to add an offset to it, that way it has a nice background. So you're going to select your image, click edit, and you're going to add an offset. The offset is automatically 0.25, and I think that's the perfect size, so we're going to apply that. I'm going to change the color from gray to red. You don't really have to do this, but I like to be able to visualize what the background's going to look like. And I'm going to go ahead and do this for all of the images. After adding all the offsets, it automatically prompted them to do print and cut for the offset, but these images are too big for print and cut, so I'm going to select all of the offsets and we're going to change that to a basic cut. After we've done that, I'm going to select all of those images, so all the images and their offset, and we're going to duplicate those. We need doubles of these because we need a front and a back to our centerpieces. So once we have duplicated that, we're going to take the 6 that we duplicated, select edit, and we're going to mirror those. So go over to where it says flip, and we're going to flip horizontally. This is so we'll have a front image and a back image that we can match up whenever we're making the centerpieces. After we finish that, we're going to select make. We're going to cut our images on a mat. We're also going to make sure that each one of our images have the right settings. For the print and cut images, we're going to go ahead and send them to our printer and get them all printed out. After printing out the images, we're going to go to Browse All Materials, and we're going to select the materials that we used. So I used a light cardstock to print my images onto, so I'm going to select that. And then I'm going to do Remember Material Settings, that way I don't have to constantly keep doing that for all of my print and cuts. As mentioned before, I used a lightweight cardstock. A lightweight cardstock is easier for me to push through my printer. Sometimes when I use a thicker paper, it won't print. And the print and cut settings, I always have my settings on best quality and plain paper settings. We're going to be using a light grip mat for this project because we're working with paper. You want to take your print and cut image and you're going to line it with the top of your mat. After that, we're going to load it into our mat. Because we're doing print and cut, your Cricut is going to read those registration marks, which is those little angles that are on your paper. You don't have to add those marks. They automatically print whenever you do a print and cut image. After I've cut out my image, I like to flip my mat over and remove my paper like that, just so the paper doesn't curl up. When it curls up, sometimes it's hard to flatten it later. After I've cut out all my print and cut images, I'm going to cut out that offset. I found this really pretty metallic-y paper at Hobby Lobby, but you can use any kind of cardstock. You can use a plain cardstock or a glitter. I just thought this metallic cardstock looked a lot like the upside down, so I cut this out instead, and I'm cutting this out using the holographic cardstock setting on my Cricut. Now we're going to build our centerpiece stand. So for the base, we're using black paper plates. If you don't have black paper plates, just take some white ones and paint them black. We're also going to be using some red LED lights that we got on Amazon. These came in a pack of 12, but I only ended up using 6 of them. I'm also going to use some regular polyfill to act as clouds. I have a lot of this at home, so I just used some for my stash. I'm going to take some of that polyfill and I'm going to spread it out to make sure it covers the base of that plate. I also want it to resemble a cloud. So after I've fluffed it out and I like the way it looks, I'm going to put that to the side. After making 6 clouds, I took them outside and I got some black spray paint. I don't think it really matters what kind of spray paint you use as long as it's black. I shook it up and I'm going to spray paint the clouds so they resemble dark storm clouds. Now, you don't have to make them pitch black. I just sprayed enough to where they look like storm clouds. While those clouds are drying, we're going to go ahead and glue our print and cut images onto our offset. You can choose whatever glue you prefer. My favorite glue to use is Liquid Fusion. I have a lot of them. I use it for my bling, but like I said, you could use whatever glue you like. So the first thing we're going to do is take the glue and I'm going to lightly coat the back. It looks like I'm adding a lot, but I just want to make sure I cover a big surface area. You don't want too much bleeding with the glue. After adding the glue, I'm going to carefully place that image onto the center of that offset. Be very careful, like I said before, you don't want to add too much glue because it can bleed out and get onto your image. I prefer using the Liquid Fusion glue because it doesn't dry down immediately, so if I mess up a little bit, I can still move my image over. If I were to use hot glue or like E6000, that would dry almost immediately and it'll be very hard to move that image after you've already glued it down. While we wait for those to dry, we're going to put our base together. So we're going to take a paper plate, and I like to use these paper towel holders that I get at Dollar Tree. They're $1.25 each. I'm going to take hot glue and I'm going to put that around the perimeter of the paper towel holder and around the center circle of the paper towel holder, and I'm going to glue that down to the center of the plate. I'm making a little bit of a mess, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to cover it with our clouds. So after that's cooled down, you can see that everything is stuck together and we're good to go. There's 2 horizontal bars that connect 2 of the circles together on the paper towel holder. They're raised up a little bit, so I'm going to use that to insert the lights into it. So I'm going to take those red string lights and I'm going to loop them around that base. To do that, I'm going to take the string and I'm going to place it underneath those bars and I'm going to wrap it around the base until it's filled with the string lights. Now that we've added the lights, we're going to add our cloud piece. To do that, I'm literally just going to take my cloud piece and I'm going to place it over the top of that paper towel holder and I'm going to push it down. Then I'm going to fluff it around a little bit to make sure it covers all the lights. Before I glue that cloud down, I'm going to test the lights to see if it looked like I want it to, and it looks amazing. I wanted it to look like a red stormy night, and it's definitely given that. Alright, so after adding the cloud, the last step is literally just to add our images onto it. So to do this, I'm going to take my image and we're going to hot glue it to that paper towel holder. Whenever you're gluing onto these paper towel holders, I find it best to work in sections. I didn't do that here, and I find it a lot harder to reposition if you have to, if you do it all in one go. After you've glued on the front of your centerpiece, you're going to turn it around and we're going to glue on the back. This is why we had to mirror those images, because if we didn't mirror them, they wouldn't line up correctly. And after gluing on all of those pieces, that's literally the last step. This is what the centerpieces look like in low light. I love the way they turned out. These centerpieces are cute and budget friendly. Everything was either from the Dollar Tree, I had it at home, or like I said, the lights I got on Amazon in bulk and they were pretty cheap. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!